Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who were well and who taught us truth. Today's lesson will be entitled, Fear Doesn't Exceed Our Expectations. Fear doesn't exceed our expectations, because we are coming into, very troubling times, very perilous times, as the scriptures call it, say. But that should not and does not and will not exceed our expectations, because we are expecting for the Lord Yahweh Shemi outside to deliver us, to save us, as long as we endure to the end. Real quick, let's get these two scriptures real quick. This is we'll get these two real quick. Matthew 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. So we have to endure unto the end. And that is the only way to receive the expectation of Yahweh Shemi Yahusai saving us and redeeming us, is if we endure unto the end. Now, let's get this other one real quick. Jeremiah 29 and verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, say the Lord Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And the NLT, it says, to give you a future and a hope. So our expectations are and is that the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahusai will save us if we endure into the end. 444 call on Yahweh Shemi Yahusai. Just saw it on the license plate that just passed by. And when you go into that word, the number 4 goes into mercy. So call on Yahweh Shemi Yahusai. Because we may fear, because we are entering into the worst time in history, but that should not exceed the expectations and our expectations of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahusai saving us and redeeming us and protecting us from those evil and perilous times. Because real quick as well, Matthew 28, and the last verse, Matthew 20 and verse 20, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. So Yahweh Shemi Yahusai is with us, man, even to the end of the world, and that is our expectation. And the fear does not exceed our expectations, and it shouldn't. Yeah, we're entering into troubling times, but that does not mean that we, all hell's breaking loose, so I don't know if the Lord's going to save. No, you got to believe the Lord's going to save you. The Lord said he was going to save us. The Lord said that he was going to deliver us. That's what it says, that the Lord is going to save us, man. Real quick as well, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 2 and verse 10. Look at the generations in old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So they never, the prophets of old, those who trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahusai, Sloggy, bear with me, people walking by.
Baseball. Why didn't it win?
Sloggy for that. I am at work, but I got free time. I just don't want to be too loud when people try to walk by and stuff. But as I was saying, those who trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemi Yahusai, they knew that the Lord was with them, and they expected them to save them and preserve them and keep them throughout everything that they was going through, man. So our expectations should be and are the same and will be the same, man. Just because we're going into the worst time in history, that doesn't change our expectations that the Lord is going to save us and deliver us, man. Again, Sirach 2 and 10, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord once confounded? So their fear didn't exceed the expectations. Yeah, they was going through troubling times, but the Lord always delivered them. So we can also look at the generations of old and understand that they was going through hell, but the Lord was still with them. So because the Lord is not a man that he should lie. Numbers 23 and 19. And then it also says in Malachi 3 and 6 that the Lord changes not. So the Lord doesn't change, man. And what it says, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. And we can believe and expect that we will not be consumed as long as we endure into the end, man. Real quick, might have hope. This is Romans 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. So we can read these scriptures of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, being with his men, being with his prophets, being with Israel, being with those who trusted in him, and understand that the Lord was with them every time. As long as they trusted in him and did what was required of them, man. It says, for whatsoever things, Romans 15 and 4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. We have hope. So through reading these scriptures, reading these accounts of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua and his marvelous works, his loving compassion and mercy, we understand that the Lord is with them, and if we do the same thing, then we have hope that the Lord is going to do the same for us. So our fear does not exceed our expectations. Well, that's what it says. Mercy endureth forever. And it says that continuously throughout the scriptures, man. Look, First Chronicles 16 and 34. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord Yahweh, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. First Chronicles 16 and 41, and with them Haman and Jeduthun and the rest that were chosen, who were expressed by name, to give thanks to the Lord Yahweh, because his mercy endures forever. So the Lord's mercy endures forever, man. Look, 43 verses. Psalm 118, the whole chapter is going into that, man. For his mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks. Psalm 118 and 29. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord Yahweh, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua mercy endures forever, man. And we got to believe that, and we expect that. Because Lord just said in Jeremiah 29:11 to give you a future and a hope, not of evil, but of peace, to give you an expected end. So our expectation is that the Lord is going to deliver us even in times of trouble. And that should not exceed our expectations, man. Fear should not exceed our expectations of the Most High's mercy, of Yahweh Shem Yahshua's promises. The Lord promised he was going to save us. The Lord promised he was going to deliver us. So it's not going to exceed our fear, or it's not going to exceed our expectations. Fear is not going to exceed that, man. And we cannot allow it to exceed it. No matter what happens, no matter how much we fall, no matter how much we lose, we got to continue to get it back up and fight. No matter what Esau does and comes up against us, and persecution, perilous times, demons, we cannot allow that to exceed our expectation of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua's continual mercy. That's what it says in Romans 8. We got the meaning. But we basically know what it means. Romans 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? Are you going to let any of these things exceed your expectation of the Lord and his mercy? Are you going to allow distress to exceed the expectations and promises of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the expectation of the Lord's promise? Are you going to allow tribulation to exceed it? No. Verse 36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. No, we are conquerors, man. We're not going to allow these things, the times that are ahead, to exceed. Oh, damn, it's the end of the world. What am I going to do? It's the end of this age. What am I going to do? No. I don't know what to do. I need to stock up on money. No. We're expecting to trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua to receive his mercy, man. Don't walk this way. Shit. Verse 38. Romans 8 and verse 38. For I am persuaded that neither death, are you going to allow death to exceed the expectations of the Lord? Oh man, I'm about to die, but Lord ain't going to save me, so I'm going to take the chip. No. I'm going to sell out. No, man. It says, for I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Hamashiach our Lord. So nothing that is present and to come is going to separate us from the Lord Yahweh Shemi Asai. It's not going to exceed our expectation. Yeah, we may have a little fear, but it's the worst time in history. But that doesn't mean that we just negate the fact that the Lord said that he was going to save us during it, that he was going to protect us during it. That's what it says in Revelation 3. Revelation 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And when you go into that word keep, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get it. That word keep. G5083, to attend to, carefully, to take care of. So yes, we're going to go through these things. Yes, we're going to go through Jacob's trouble. We're going to go through the hour of temptation. We're going to go through all hell breaking loose. But the Lord said, because you kept the word of my patience, because you believed and you trusted in me, I'm going to protect you during it. I'm going to safeguard you during it. I'm going to reserve you and preserve you during it. So it does not exceed our expectations. We expect the Lord to save us, man. We expect the Lord to protect us. So we got to continue to push forward and endure to the end, no matter what is set in front of us. Speaking to myself first and foremost. The Lord said he's going to do something, and he's going to do it, man. Just as it says in Numbers 23 and 19. Do not come this way. And we cannot allow it, man. No matter what. No matter what. Slag, you bear with me. Okay, he went the other way. Dude's just walking back and forth on the phone. Man, stay down there, Satan. But to reserve, man. Click synonyms. Let's see. To watch, to keep. Expresses watch, care, and it says to guard. So yeah, man. I'm not allowing anything. No matter what is present, no matter what is to come. Now let's get that real quick. So I looked up ChatGPT. Meaning of fear doesn't exceed our expectations. Fear, if the terrible time, fear of the terrible times prophesied in the Bible. Expectations of the Lord promising to protect us. It says you're touching on a powerful spiritual idea, balancing fear of prophesied hardships with faith in God's promises. Hopefully he stays down there, man. So it says the phrase fear doesn't exceed our expectations can be interpreted to mean that fear, even in dark times, cannot overcome the hope and trust we have in God's promises. So even in the dark times that we're entering into, it's not going to overcome, the expectations that we have of the Most High's promises and the trust that he will deliver us. It says, if we expect God's protection and believe in his faithfulness, then our fear is kept in check. So yeah, our fear is kept in check. Okay, yeah, we may, be like, oh man, it's going to be a terrible time. But then we'd be like, oh yeah, well, the Lord still said he's going to protect us. It says, it cannot grow bigger than our confident expectation of his help. So it's kept in check, man. And our fear is not, when it's put in a balance, of fear and expectations. Our expectations of the Lord Yahweh saving us always win. It always goes through. Fear goes to the bottom while expectation goes to the bottom while the fear goes up, because the more weight something has on a scale, it tips the balance and it goes down. So expectation has more weight to it than our fear. It says in the Bible, many prophecies speak of difficult times, e.g. Matthew 24, Revelation. Now let's get a few of them real quick. It mentioned Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. In the NLT it says, for there will be greater anguish than at any time since the world began. So we're coming to a time where it's going to be the worst time in history, man. So anything that you can possibly think of since the world began, what we're about to enter into is going to far exceed anything that we've seen in history, man. And that's scary. But at the same time, the Lord said that he was going to protect us during that time. And Yahweh said in Matthew 28:20 that he is with us always, even unto the end. Yahweh even prayed for us. What did he say in two scriptures real quick? In the times 444 as well. Pray for them. John 17 and verse 9. And it reads, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. And when you go into the word world, it's going into cosmos, which is going into, Israel. And the them is the elect of the nation of Israel. So the Lord is praying for the elect, not for the whole nation of Israel, but for the elect of the nation of Israel. So the Lord is praying for the elect, Lord willing, Yahweh Radazah, that we are of that number of the elect of the nation of Israel, man. John 17:9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So the Lord is praying for his men. The Lord is praying for those who trust in him, who follow him. He's not praying because all of the nation of Israel does not trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yasai. So the Lord isn't going to pray for all of them. What did the Most High tell Jeremiah? Don't pray for them. Because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Not praying for the whole nation, praying for the elected nation of Israel. Why should Yahweh say, I didn't pray for the whole nation of Israel to come together, so why should we? And also right here, how's that scripture go? It's like, bear with me. John, okay, it's in the same chapter. John 17 and 15. And this is Yahweh speaking, man. This is in red. John 17 and 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Now let's go into that word keep now. It says keep G5083. To guard, to take care of, to guard. So I pray that you don't take them out of the world, but protect them. What does it say? I pray not that. This is a powerful chapter, man. A lot's being said in this. It says, John 17 and 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them, protect them from the evil. So we have the best advocator praying for us, advocating on our behalf, man. He's praying, the Lord Yahweh is praying that the Lord protects us from the evils, man. So no, our fear does not exceed our expectations, man. Our expectation is that the Lord is going to deliver us and be with us as long as we do what is required of us. So no, our fear is kept in check, man. We're speaking about the worst time in history, man. But at the same time, the Lord's expectations, or the expectation of the Lord's promises, man, is far greater than what we're about to enter into. Matthew 24 and verse 21 in the NLT. For there will be greater anguish than at any time since the world began, and it will never be so great again. The worst time in history, man. That's what we're entering into. But it's kept in check because we believe and know the Most High's promises and have hope. Because also we like it said, that through patience and faith of the scriptures and comfort of the scriptures, we have hope. We might have hope. So we have hope, man, because of what we have read and our beliefs in Yahweh Shem Yasai. We believe this, man. And you got to believe this. You have to. Daniel 12:1. And at that time saw Michael stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So again, a time like no other. But what does it say? And at that time thy people shall be delivered. Everyone that shall be everyone that shall be found written in the book. So yes, we're going through a time like no other. But what does it say? That thy people shall be delivered. Everyone that is found written in the book. So yes, we're going through these things, but the expectation is that the Lord is going to deliver us. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. The Lord does not change. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So we will be delivered. Yahweh, we're part of the elect. As long as we're doing what is required of us and we endure to the end. Because it always speaks about a time of trouble. The worst time in history, but it's always saying that the Lord is going to deliver us even during that time. Yes, the hour of temptation is coming, but I'm going to keep you from it. What does it say? A time like no other. But what? But thy people shall be delivered. And even when you go into Matthew 24, it speaks about that great time, the time like no other. What does it say? A great tribulation. But what does it say in verse 22? And except those days should be shortened, that there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So yes, we're going to go through a great tribulation, but I'm still going to save the elect. For the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And then right here as well, in Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So we're about to go through a time of Jacob's trouble, and so that none is like it. The worst time in history, man. It says in the NLT, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. So we're about to go through this, but what? It's continuing on, finishing out, but he shall be saved out of it. So the scriptures speak about the worst time in history, that fear that we're about to go through, but what? But the Lord said, I'm going to save you out of it. Trust me. Believe me. Do what is required of me and trust me, and I'm going to save you out of it. So fear doesn't exceed our expectations. The Lord said he was going to do it. So He's going to do it, man. Fear. Yes, we're going to be scared. Yes, we're going to go through it. We're going to go through these perilous times. But the Lord said he's going to save us. So we expect for the Lord to save us, man. No matter what we're going through. Because what did the Lord say in 1 Corinthians 10? 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So yes, we're going to be scared, but the Lord said, I'm not going to put you through anything that you can't get through. I'm not going to put you through anything that I know you can't handle. I know you can't handle that, so I'm not going to put you through that. But the Lord is going to put us through this, knowing that we can endure it. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape. So even with the fear, the Lord's going to make a way for us to escape it, to get through it. It says that ye may be able to bear it. So the Lord's going to make sure that we're good, man. Lord willing, we're part of the elect. What did it say? And I'm just going to quote it because I'm about to wrap it up. I gotta get back to finishing out the job. But what is saying Isaiah 65? My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. So we're about to go through this, but the Lord's going to make sure that his elect men are good. His elect men and women are good, man. It starts with the men, but there is elect women as well. I'll say the elected, and he's going to make sure that the elect of the nation of Israel is good, man. Men and women. Got to put that out there. He hates women. No. It starts with the men. Trickles down to the women. But, so let's finish this out real quick. So it says, in the Bible, many prophecies speak of difficult times, but throughout Scripture, the Most High repeatedly promises to protect, guide, and preserve those who trust in Him. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. What does it say? Fear not, thou worm Jacob. It says Psalm 91, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. So we have the highest protection, man. So our fear is not going to exceed that, man. John 16:33, in this world you have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. It says, so even if terrifying things are foretold, believers are called not to fear, because the Most High's expectation for us is to trust Him and His sovereignty. Fear loses its power when faith is greater. Fear loses its power when faith is greater. So fear has no power over us, man, because our faith is greater. And we got to believe that until the very end, man. Let's get this. One it off here. Psalm 121. Let's get it in the dismiss. No, okay. Psalm 121. Got gnats flying around. Psalm 121:4. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall never slumber nor sleep. So the Lord is always watching us, man. And then let's get that word keep. And it starts with the elected nation of Israel. H8104, to keep, to guard. And this is the Hebrew word is shamar. Shamar. It says to keep, to guard, to protect, to save life. So our expectation is that the Lord is going to save us even in the worst time in history. And we gotta always remember that expectation, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost, to observe, to keep, to preserve, to reserve, to protect, man. Let's get this as well. Hebrews 13:5. Let your conversation be without covetousness. Damn. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. And he has said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. So the Lord is with us, man, even until the very end, always. So again, man, fear doesn't exceed our expectations, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before I end it off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Achakodash, and double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.